Hey, how y'all doing? It's Petty Queen back with another video. My hair looking mad nice. I like it, OD. I just need to get my size cut and my hair look fire. But this video is a Q&A video, so questions that people have asked, and I'm going to give you guys the answer. So stay tuned. In no particular order, it's 11 questions, but in no particular order, I'm going to go through the list. So, the first question. Favorite month and why? My favorite month now is April. Now, I wasn't born in April, none of that. The reason why April is my favorite month because it has Easter. Easter is not about eggs. It's not about bunnies. It's about the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And that's all I gotta say about that. If you want to know what the resurrection of Jesus Christ is, either look it up or ask me personally. I'm not going to go into details because I have a lot more questions that people have asked me. Oh, and by the way, I'm doing a part 2. So for people that didn't give me questions or wasn't able to ask questions, just know I'm doing a part 2. So yeah. The second question, in no particular order. What do I enjoy most in my life? I'll repeat it. What do I enjoy most in my life? I enjoy peace. So, peace is identified as calmness and no drama. I enjoy peace in my life. Like right now, I'm here in the room. I'm very peaceful as right now. That's what I most enjoy in my life because it helps me think, it helps me concentrate, and I just love having peace. I'm not a dramatic, I'm not gonna say dramatic. I'm not a drama-filled person. I cannot stand when people like to cause unnecessary drama at all. The next question. Favorite person to have time with. So, my favorite person to have time with is my mother. So, me and my mother, we don't see each other as often. But when we do see each other, it's great and it's chilled vibes when we hang out and stuff. So, I really, and I, well, she's the favorite person to have time with. My mother. So, Ma, shout out to you. I love you. Heart emojis. The next question. If I could travel anywhere, where would it be? If I could travel anywhere, I'm going to Spain. I always want to go to Spain. That's on my bucket list to go to Spain. And I'm going to try to go to Spain the next 2-3 years from now. Like, until the Lord calls me home, I'm going to try to make a trip out to Spain. That's where I want to go. And I just want to have fun. I don't know if you guys seen the movie The Cheetah Girls Part 2. When they went to Barcelona, I think that was insane. That looked at mad fire. I was like, yo, I need to be out there. I need to get that Spain air. Like, for real, for real. Next question. Who do you look up to the most and why? For me, it gotta be Jesus Christ. And I'm not just saying this because I'm a Christian and I believe in Christ. I'm saying this because Jesus Christ took the suffering that we were supposed to take. Jesus Christ took the suffering. He got spat on, like a lot of damage they did to Jesus Christ, and he did it anyway. And that's who I look up to the most because I want to have his mentality. I want to be able to not get mad as much and not really get angry. He could have got angry. He could have did everything, but he sacrificed his blood, shedding tears on the cross for us people to have life, to have eternal life with him. That's who I look up to the most because that was boldness. He had the ultimate boldness to do what he did. Next question. What is your dream car? Um, for me, my dream car is a car that I don't need to drive. So one of those cars that's like, if I get in, press a button and it just go to my destination. I don't gotta drive it or none of that. That's what my dream car would be. That'll be lit though. I get in my car, I put in the destination and it drives me there. That'll be lit. That'd be very lit. The next question. Worst job. That's my next question. Worst job. So I had many jobs working with kids. Now I'm gonna tell you my worst job. My worst job. Now I'm gonna explain this in detail. So get your ears prepared. I'm gonna say this in details. My worst job was working at Road to Success, the middle school. That job right there was horrible. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. The kids was bugged out. Like, literally bugged out. Like, tell me why. There was a situation where one of the girls, she's in 7th grade, she got into an argument with 8th graders. You know how 8th graders, they have their little cliques and act like they grown. She had a situation with one 8th grader, and she was asked, she was like, oh, can I leave? She was like, oh, can I leave early? They was like, yeah, you can leave early. So they let her leave the building early. Tell me why. All those girls, they left later. They left 30 minutes later than her. All those girls followed her and caught up to her. I don't know what they did to the girl. I don't know what they did, but they caught up to her. Because when my boss at the time, she called the girl and said, she called the girl and said, are you safe? Are you on the train? She's like, now I'm waiting for the train. And then, like, she called the other girl, the 8th grader, one of the 8th graders. She was like, oh, we need you to come out to the school. They was like, we're ready at the train station. How did they get to the train station that fast? Like, yo, tell you that now, them kids was bugged out. And on top of that, my coworkers, they was very rude. They was hella rude. And that's all I gotta say. That was the worst job ever. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, if I had different coworkers, it'd have been better. But it's the reason why I don't like working in a middle school, because middle schoolers take people like me as a joke. And I'm more comfortable with elementary school students anyway. But yeah, that was my worst job. Harlem Judaism was my second worst job. But Road to Success, they was really bugging out there. Like, on the rip, they was bugging. I'm not even gonna kid you, cap you, none of that. It was bugging. Next question. If you could do anything you want, what would you do? If I could do anything, I want, anything, like literally anything, and not get in trouble for it, anything. Like anything, like no exclusives, anything. I would. Let's see. Let me think. If I could do anything. I will go to Hell's Kitchen and let Chef Ramsay cook me a 35-layer cake. And I will literally eat the whole thing and get sick. If I could do anything in the world, I would dead have to make me a 35-layer cake, eat the whole thing, and get sick. Well, I just want to try a 35-layer cake. And that's going to be, like, over my head. That's like a good 6 feet cake. And I would dead eat the whole cake. Not in one setting, but I'll eat the cake over time. And I'll get sick. But if I could do that, that would be lit. That would be the greatest thing ever if I could do that. Well, and it gotta be Oreo cookies and cream cake. Yo, that flavor cake, that be poppin'. I'm not even gonna lie, like that cake flavor be poppin'. OD. But my stomach gonna hurt OD though. I'm not gonna kid you. Next question. When are you going to learn how to drive? I will learn how to drive when I get the money to go to driving school. So once I get enough money saved up, I will go to driving school, and that's when I'll learn how to drive. Next question. So I have 2 more questions left, but I'm gonna add, for myself, I'm gonna add 2 more bonus questions. So 2 questions left from from people that be viewing my stuff. But then I'm gonna add 2 bonus questions, and then this video is gonna have a part 2. Next question. When are you going to get married? I plan to do that in August. I don't have the specific date, but I plan to do that in August. Because me and my significant other, we have plans in the next future or so. I mean, in the next year, I said the next future. I mean, the next year or so, we have plans, big steps. So, August, I plan to like get this done with, settle with, so we could get that thing out the window, so we could do bigger and better things. And my last question for the viewers, before I add in 2 more bonus questions. My last question for the viewers is, what's one of your pet peeves? So, I didn't know what a pet peeve was, so the person that gave me this question, he had to tell me. And a pet peeve is something that annoys you. So, I have an anger issue. It's a lot of things that annoys me, and I try to like not get upset about. But the main thing that is one of my pet peeves, the main thing, oh my god, I can't stand this with a passion. And if you do this, oh my god, don't do it. I cannot stand, and this go for when you living with people. This is what this go for. I can't stand people that leave a little bit of something in a container. Oh my god. That's one of my pet peeves to the max. Now I'm gonna explain. So say for instance you have a whole whole thing of butter. You know, the big butter, right? This is, like I said earlier, this is mainly we little people. When you have a whole stick of butter and like a couple of days into it, you see your butter, because obviously you shared your butter. You're like, oh, y'all could use my butter, but leave me some. Y'all could use it, right? All right, y'all sharing the butter. Tell me why. I go, say if I want to make some breakfast and I want to make eggs. You know you need butter and eggs. So you go in there, you trying to make some egg for yourself, and you see a tiny corner of butter. I'm like, oh my god, you could have used that. Why would you leave a tiny bit of butter in there knowing I cannot use that? That's my pet peeve. I cannot stand it when people do that. Like, you know, it's a little bit of milk. It's like be a quarter of milk. Leave it in the fridge. How I'm gonna drink that? What I'm gonna do with that? You could have drunk that. Butter, a corner of butter. You could have ate that. A corner of chips. Oh, you got to get, you have to be like, oh, I'm about to get a lot of chips. I'm about to just have chips and watch a movie. I'm gonna be lit. You go in the chip bag. It's like 3 pieces of chips left. It's like, you could have ate that. I hate people. I hate it with a passion when people leave a little bit of stuff, a corner of things, of food in the refrigerator or whatever. Hate it with a passion. Like, if you gonna do that, you could dead seriously eat it. If you're gonna leave a corner of food in the fridge, if you're gonna leave a little bit of rice in the refrigerator, eat it. Like, I prefer that than me having to go and look in the fridge and there's only a little bit left. Now, another thing that kills me, I'm giving y'all a bonus of my pet peeves. I have a lot of pet peeves. I'm giving y'all a bonus. Because the person asked which one of my pet peeves. I'm going to give y'all another pet peeve that relates to this. I hate it with a passion. When someone asks you, like, for instance, say if you share, say if, like, I'm not even gonna say if someone asks you, say if, like, you at somebody's house, and they having a whole thing of Chinese food, eating it lovely. They don't ask you, do you want any, until they get to the end of the Chinese food. Then they gonna ask you, you want some? Whoa, that just blew my mind on 100. Why you gonna ask me after you dug in the Chinese food, after you just basically demolished it, and there's only like a corner left, like a small thing of chicken and a corner of rice? You want some? No, I don't want any. You should have asked me that before you dug in. Like, I can't stand people that do that too. That's mad considerate. If you're gonna ask me, do I want some? You ask me in the beginning before you dig in. Now, these are the questions that people ask, and I gave y'all answers. Part 2 will be coming, but I'm doing 2 bonus questions. Then I'm gonna end it. Then I'm gonna do part 2 probably tonight or tomorrow when I get more questions. The bonus question. 2 bonus questions that I made myself. I think people should know. The first bonus question is, let me think. Oh God, I'm gonna drop the phone. Let me think. Alright. What gender do I want to have first? So, people that know me, they know that I'm getting married. Some people don't know, but others do know. And people know that I'm not having a wedding. Like, that's just off rip. I'm not having a wedding. But you know what people say after you get married. Oh, the baby is coming next. That's too soon. That's too quick. But in the future, the first gender I want to have is a boy. I want that boy first. Why? Because I always envisioned my son being older than my daughter. And that's only because growing up, then again, I'm not even going to say growing up. In my family, there's too much girls in my family. And I feel like if I have a son first, it won't be as much girls in my family. There's a lot of girls in my family, like a lot. And that'll be the gender I would want first. Obviously, I would want two different genders, but if I don't, I don't. If I wind up getting 2 boys or 2 girls, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm gonna still love them the same way. Because I only plan on having 2 kids. I'm not having no 3, 4, 5, 6 kids. That's too much. And I am not doing that. Absolutely not. My body's gonna go through 2 pregnancies and that's it. If everything goes well. And the next bonus question, before I end this video, next bonus question is, I'm thinking, where do I see myself in 5 years? So, I know my viewers is dying to hear this question. Where do I see myself in 5 years? I see myself, like I said, I'm getting married this year. So I see myself married with at least one kid and living in my own apartment and making money. That's where I see myself in 5 years. Now, 5 years is not that far away. 5 years from now, I'll be 31 or turning 31. So that's not that far away. But I'm planning now, like, and I'm planning everything now accordingly. And I think everything will go according to plan. I literally see myself in 5 years, married, apartment, and one child in 5 years. And if not, I see myself married and in an apartment in 5 years. But these are all the questions everyone asked me. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and a part 2 will be coming. I'm about to cook dinner because I am hungry. And I'm going to just chill for the rest of the night. But as always, stay blessed. And remember, God loves you. Peace.